Boys, it's 2025, Happy New Year, and the Ted Hanky podcast is back, and it's even sexier, and even wittier, and even smuttier than it's ever been before. I guarantee you. That's my guarantee promise, the Ted guarantee. If you don't believe me, you can off. Got another cracking show in store for you, so please subscribe, like, share the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's important we get the followers up this year, otherwise I'm going to make no money and I'm going to sack it off very soon. So just, bear that in mind. It's your fault if I do disappear into the abyss, or the ether as it's known as. Yeah. Let's start the show. Happy New Year, man! It was a little handshake under the mic.
All right, everybody.
I did see you all throughout the festive period and New Year, but it's for the cameras.
Well, Ted, why have we got cheaper cups? Is it because them lads that nicked the name of there told us you couldn't have your other cups?
Not allowed to have the branding on any porcelain. It's a very specific
QVC, you're getting brutal nowadays, aren't you?
I know, yeah. No, I've had to remove the mugs, but I have got some new ones coming as well, so just wait. I thought I'd use these Billy No Make ones, which are available on the Ted Hanky t-shirt shop for 19 quid each if you're interested. Now, they're just a plain white mug.
They're like a quid from the Asda, that I've seen it.
I stole them from the Asdas. Yeah, the cafe in the Asdas, yeah. I stole a whole tray. There was 36 of them. Just a security guard was massive. There was no way he was catching me. Fucking athletic, aren't I? You know what I mean? So
you do right, Ted. You do right to steal them.
I know.
Buggers they are, aren't they?
So, Mala, it's 2025. It's a new year. This podcast feels like it's been going on for years, and it has.
Ted, we must have started, right? Like, you don't even know this unless you listened back with your ears, back when we were a visual, because I spent a lot of time in Nick, so we had to do a lot of things over the phone and things.
Yeah.
But I think we started this, must have been 6 years ago, something like that.
I don't know, maybe 4, I can't remember. But if you go on to the tedhanky.com website, all 100 and I think 50 odd episodes are available, and 130 odd of them are for your ears and not for your eyes. But there's some very good sketches, isn't there? We used to do some good sketches on there and get some good guests, and used to really bring your imagination to life.
It was before COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah, now we just do this because it's easier.
Well, and you don't have to edit.
I still have to edit, though. It's still a ball to pick, you know what I mean? Because Colin, he's pissed off after you had that go again with him the other week. He's gone. So I'm looking for a new studio manager. So I'll put the advert on Indeed.com.
Have you?
No, I'm going to.
All right, well,
keep an eye out for it. Apply if you've got the qualifications.
Yeah, and just especially if you're a bird as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've got to have a bit of diversity in this office, Ted. I mean, there's only me and you. I mean, yes, technically, I am a quarter Chinese, so you do cover yourself a little bit there. But, I mean, you're just a normal white man, aren't you?
Is that quarter Chinese, you massive bush and tiny cock?
That is... It's a powerful combination, though.
It is, yeah. It looks like a hedgehog's nose sticking out.
It's a powerful combination.
Yeah.
It's like...
Bloody hell. What, man, 2025 then. Let's start the show before I get into the nitty-gritty of what I'm going to complain about today. What are your New Year's resolutions? What you're going to do differently this year?
Well, I tell you what, right, 2025 is going to be the year of Mala. I've decided... I've had conversations...
The Chinese year of the Mala.
The Chinese year of the Mala, right? Me and Broadback, we're going to have a go of it. And we're going to
Well, everyone else has had a go of it.
We're going to homogenise ourselves. Have you ever seen a picture of Hartlepool? They've got their mascot. They've got a big stag, right? And there's a little rat on the back of it. That's how we're going to be.
Stag rats.
We're going to be like that, right? We're going to be together again, right? And we're going to launch new successful businesses all across everything. Even NASA's going to help me out. He's sorting it for us.
Really?
It's going to be class. Well,
he's moving online, NASA, isn't he? He's doing online stuff.
Yeah, well, I've been told I'm not allowed to do any of the online stuff with him.
If you're unfamiliar with NASA, ladies and gentlemen, he is an integral part of the team. He owns NASA's space station on Westbury Street in Thornaby. Go and see him. He'll get you whatever you want, especially Cocoa Pops on the cheap.
NASA's space station, it takes you to space.
Yeah.
You have to legally say that every time.
Does, yeah.
and NASA, don't you think about coming in and talking about our NASA, because he has nothing to do with aliens, unless you mean illegal aliens, the type of lads that come over in boats and that, because he probably does, because he's a bit dodgy like that, isn't he?
He just gives them all a welcome pack.
He does, he does.
Yeah.
I still said, like, he shouldn't be really giving them the polos and saying, like, life preservers and that. That's bang out. And then they open them up thinking they're going to inflate and they just don't.
Yeah.
He's a wrongin', isn't he?
He's a wrongin', yeah. This year, I'm going to try and do a lot more fingering.
Fingering, that's going to be big in 2025.
Yeah.
Are you going to do, like, a doubler, like a Kit Kat?
Yeah.
Well, Kit Kat's 4 fingers, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a king-size Kit Kat.
No, that's just a normal Kit Kat, isn't it? I think
2 fingers is a Kit Kat.
No, Ted, a 2-finger Kit Kat, right? That one, I'm doing like gang signs here.
That's your pack lunch Kit Kat.
That's a pack lunch Kit Kat. A normal Kit Kat is 4 fingers.
Right, all right, yeah.
So a pack lunch, a kiddie's Kit Kat, that's wrong. Yeah. A pack lunch Kit Kat is 2 fingers.
Well, I'm going to combine a Kit Kat with a whisper.
That's wrong.
You like that, yeah. I'm going to do more. I'm going to start off with my little finger.
Yeah.
Just test the water a little bit, like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, start off like that bit. I thought I'd been doing some earlier. And then I'm going to introduce that one. I'm going a bit unorthodox with it.
That's like, so, you're sort of like doing weird things with your rest of your fingers.
The ring finger will not be going up the ring. No. Right, it'll just be going straight into the tuppence.
And then you're going to flick a bit.
Then I'm bringing that one in, and then I'm bringing in the thumb dispenser.
You lucky.
So it's going to be a unique. I might patent it.
It's called the claw.
Yeah, it's called the crab.
The crab, the crab catcher. Look at this, people. You could be lucky enough to experience Ted's masterful.
Oh no, my wrist is all wet.
Your wrist is wet.
Yeah, that's what it produces. Gush of lady juice all over your wrist.
I'm impressed, Ed. I'm impressed. Is that like for every time with that technique?
It never fails. Never fails.
Me and Broadback, it's sort of like, you know,
a full arm.
Yeah, I mean, well, I.
Yeah. I'm going to do more pork, and I'm going to do more heavy petting as well. So I've joined a luxurious gym, which I'll talk about later, and I'm going to do more heavy petting. Not in a sleazy manner. I'm just going to maybe knock out 20 lengths in the pool, and then I'm going to just swim up to some other ladies and go, just knocked out 20 lengths there, you know what I mean?
That's not called heavy petting, that's heavy sleazing.
Oh, is it?
Like heavy petting is I believe it's like a kiss. But for some reason, it's definitely not allowed to do it in swimming pools because the signs that say no heavy petting. So you're allowed to light petting.
Yours is no petting heavy, lasses.
No, but you're allowed to light pet.
I don't know.
Because a heavy pet. What classes is a light pet, Ted?
I don't know.
Like a chihuahua.
I think a light pet could be something like, would you like a toffo?
So no, but it says no heavy petting. Like, that's what they used to say in the swimming pools,
I think it's just a bit full on, isn't it, heavy petting? It's like, oh, I'm going to fucking have you.
Yeah, so you're not allowed to full on. What if you're doing a slow, sensual fuck in the shallow end? Are you allowed to do that? Because that's not heavy petting. You're not proper American Psycho in it.
They'll be splashing everywhere, that one, if it's in the shallow end.
You're just going light. You're just
Can you do it in the kids' pool?
Definitely not.
Yeah, no.
Definitely not.
What about in that little footwell? You know, what you walk through and wash your feet and it's full of sock fluff and plasters.
That's what you can wash your bell end in, afterwards.
Your bell end?
Your bell end. You have to kneel and drop it in and give it a bit of a...
Give it a...
Imagine, the lifeguards there looking over and there you are, kicks down. In that thing. Just splashing your balls in that and you're like, I'm just getting ready for some light petting.
Yeah.
But what is heavy petting? And who said who wrote the rules, right? Imagine, me and you now, Ted, right here, right? It's back in the 1950s, let's say, when Thornaby Swimming Pool is getting redone, right?
Yeah.
And we're part of Thornaby Swimming Pool Council.
With a committee.
With a committee.
Yeah.
And we're like, right, here, What's the rules apart from deep racial segregation, which they seem to still have because they have Asian ladies' night? I don't know what that's about. Come on, we should all swim.
That's their choice.
I want to swim with everybody.
That's not the bath saying no, we're not having them in. That's their religious reasons they do that.
That's made it better.
Yeah, they don't want to swim with us area men.
I'll stop threatening Thornaby council members then after, honestly.
That's why, yeah. But they'll be saying stuff like, I wasn't happy the other day in the bath because a young child jumped in the pool and he splashed my eyeballs.
Right, so
no bombing.
Was it bombing though? Or did you just jump in? Because bombing is a unique thing. Like, you have to tuck your legs in and jump. Is that what that kid did?
Yeah, he cannonballed.
Can you starfish?
Yes.
Right,
yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to put bombing on it.
Yeah.
Right, bombing. Right, George put no bombing. Not bumming. No, there's none of that either. We can't do bumming. There's
George?
No bumming. He's the lad who's taking the notes. Right, no bumming.
No bumming, no bumming.
No bumming, no bumming.
What about? Hang on. They're smoking at the time.
And they're in the swimming pool smoking.
Hang on, old boy. What if I should see a lady and I might want to go over and make advances towards her? Maybe take her for a game of croquet or a mild dinner.
Like, it's that camp lad out of like all the Carry On movies there with his cigarette, right?
Oh, I've never been so offended.
Oh, he's just used the patented crab technique and he's just having a big sniff when it comes out.
Yeah, right. So the Charles Hartley you're on about there, like, well, I've never been so bloody excited.
That's the one. That's the lad.
Oh, my word. Yes. So like he's doing that. He's going, well, what other things do you think, Charles, should not be part of the swimming etiquette? And you're Charles.
Right, because it'll not be Charles. Yeah. Right, Charles normal, because I don't like doing daft
Charles
voices.
Is working class.
Charles is working class.
I've got a bit of money.
Well, I tell you what, right? I don't want no fucking heavy fucking, like I don't want no one bending over the table and getting fucking rattled, you know what I mean?
Gosh, Giles.
Well,
he'd be mortified with that one.
So uncouth.
I shouldn't be smoking in here.
No. Of course you can, you need to claw it up, look at it. Because I'm working class.
Well,
so I have like, you know what I mean?
On the woodbines, I might have a pipe.
You can tell I'm hard. Look how I'm holding it. I'm like, just pulling it out like I'm just about to...
Yeah, like you're in SAS Rogue Heroes.
Well, I tell you what, right? I don't want to see no balls deep action because there's going to be burns in here. No. There's going to be burns in here, right? And you know that dirty fucker from down the bottom end of Westbury Street, he's going to be bringing lasses in here and he will be rattling them, right? Yeah. But we can't say no sex.
I think we should call it something a little bit more upmarket, such as petting.
I agree. Petting. So, but, like, I want a little bit of petting because, like, a little bit of light petting, you know, like just a finger or two. Like that's not heavy petting. Not heavy petting is like full on. You know, you've got your fist abroad back there, and you're proper like delving in to see if you can find your watch. That's heavy petting. Do you know what I mean?
You pull my watch out.
It's a Mickey Mouse one.
Yeah, no, it is a very good point, this. Yeah, it's a tough debate.
Your voice has changed again.
I know, I'm back into Ted mode now. Yeah, I'm done with that sketch.
All right, okay.
Yeah, no, just heavy petting, I think it just means over-the-top flirting. There we go.
Oh, right, thank you. If anybody else knows the difference between heavy petting and other petting, then let me know.
Make a comment on the podcast. What is your understanding of heavy petting?
And Thornaby Council, I now take back my fatwa. I didn't realise.
Yes.
Yeah, you're in the clear in my book. I'll stop sending your abusive stuff through the post.
Yeah, so I joined the gym, Mala. I mean, me and you have been... you might have noticed, ladies and gentlemen, Mala's lost a considerable amount of clemage.
Oh, well,
he's been doing a lot of running. You've been doing that Paul McGrath, haven't you?
I do Paul McGrath.
Paul McGrath fighting, whatever it's called.
I do all the running.
Does the running. I've been going to the gym, doing the swimming, doing loads of protein and that. But we don't show off about it, do we, Mala?
Absolutely not.
We don't boast about it.
I mean, listen, we are in savage shape in all fairness.
Yeah, we don't sit here with our fucking muscles out.
No, none of that crack.
Nah.
Have a shot at one of them. Because you've got to give it... No, not like these Doyles you see everywhere else.
This is what I'm talking about. I've joined a luxury gym.
A luxury gym?
A luxury gym.
Do they allow petting?
There's no rules in the swimming pool area, so anything goes.
Swingers gym, aye.
I mean, I'm not going to say which gym it is, but it is a luxury gym. It does have a couple of celebrities who go there. Like today, Dal Fry was in.
He's a good lad, isn't he?
He's fucking tall.
He is, yeah.
That gladiator goes.
Jet?
No, not Jet. The one, what's he called? Narcotic.
I don't know. I don't watch Gladiators.
Bionic. Yeah, narcotic. He might be. He goes. There's others as well. There's other
celebrities.
Yeah.
I used to go to a gym, and this was the quality of my gym, Ted, right? Chubby Brown used to go, and you'd be like, no, Jen. And you'd be like, you'd be in the changing rooms, and you'd be getting dressed, and Chubby's like, I'd have his cock and balls out and that, and he'd just be like doing, and he'd just be talking to people, but he was sound lad, like, he was a good bloke.
What machines was he on? The vending machines?
I don't know, the poor lad. But and people would be like, oh, Chubbs, and he'd just be there talking to people.
Oh, don't get me started on that. I mean, that's one. I'm going to have a right my own now, because although I do love going to the gym and it has got nice people in, it has got some awful things that goes on in these gyms, mate, right? Why don't old men have any shame whatsoever? They walk from one end of the fucking changing rooms through to the showers, fully Billy Bollock naked, right? Swinging the little fucking walnut whip cock around, right? Saggy ass. If I see another man's saggy ass cheek, I'm going to be very upset.
Listen, right? It's a man's right. It's a man's right to walk around Billy Bollock naked after the age of 40. It's even in, like Jesus, Moses and that lad, he brought it down from the temple.
That's in between us.
I thought it was Moses. Like, he brought it down for the temple, and on one of them slabs it says, you can't walk around a total fitness Bollock naked. It's constitutionally
I'm not in
right.
total fitness, I just got to point that out. It's more luxury.
Well, all right, that's as luxury as I could think. No,
we're talking about that, right? This old bloke, right? He comes and talks to me all the time, right? And he stands there, Billy Bollock naked, and I'm there, and I'm in my little underpants, right? Because I'm not prepared to show the goods to these men just yet. I like to do a little towel reveal.
You're teasing him,
right? Yeah, but he's got his foot up on the fucking on like the bench like that. And he's proper toweling his balls, talking to me like that. There's fucking grey pubes flying everywhere, man. I feel like I'm inside a snow globe with him.
They're proper distended as well, so it's like.
It's awful. It's awful. I'm doing these press-ups like that. I can't get the thoughts out my mind. It's awful.
It's a man's right. It is a man's right to walk around doing that sort of thing.
But I don't want you toweling your knackersack in front of me, Billy.
But, all right, then his T-shirts are probably too tight as well, but what are you going to do? It's one of them, isn't it?
It's awful.
Yeah, no, Ted, listen, right, you're right, like, lads, have a bit of, like, you know.
Mala, there was one the other day, and I have to tell this, and it's awful, right, but he was walking out of the shower bit, and I was walking out of my shower cubicle, and I seen him walking in front of me.
You touched cocks?
No, and I didn't know, right, whether it was, I didn't know whether hanging out of his arse was incredibly white hair or loads of toilet roll.
God, has he just come out the shower?
Yeah.
It must have been white hair.
Do you think it might have been towel fluff?
It must have, because the water would have beaded it off.
It looked like, it just looked like white fur.
This is why I'm not gay. Imagine going down there and you're going to agree, right?
I don't even think the gays would tackle that.
Well, they're quite a clean lot, I've heard. They're quite good-looking fellas, aren't they?
Got a douche.
And they look after themselves proper. They're in good shape.
I love dance like that, you know what I mean?
What I like to do best is one of them.
It's good, that one, yeah.
Right, but honestly, that's why I couldn't be gay. Imagine you going down there thinking, I can't wait to get home tonight and lick some arsehole. Like, proper go for it.
Oh, God.
No, right? And then you get down there and you go, Dave! Don't know why they call Dave. Yeah. Right? They go, Dave! And he goes, well, and you're like, here, bend over there, kid, while I'm... And he goes, all right then, and then just see it there, a white, dangling, pubescent beard coming from his arsehole. I mean, that's going to put you off straight away, isn't it?
Just clusters of white arse crests.
Oh, with sweaty beads running down it.
All right, pal, I've been around now, don't we? No, that's one of the things that does make it at the gym. The other thing that does make it at the gym, we touched on it already, is like these lads who are like all muscly and stuff like that, they'll go and knock out like fucking 20 reps of something heavy, like, and they'll go, and everyone's looking at them going, why don't you just fucking lift something not as heavy, you daft twat?
Listen.
Right, and then they'll stop. And then they'll get the phones out, and then they'll have a good 2 minutes on the phones, and then they'll go back to it, and then they'll get the phones out again, and then they'll take a picture of themselves in the mirror like that. I mean, we don't do anything like that, do we?
No, never have done, Ted. I think he's giving one of them.
And
Never
then
needed to.
you're like, oh, and then they'll go down into the changing rooms. They'll do the exact same thing again, but in the underpants this time. Not the lifting, like just the taking pictures. It drives me up the wall.
Listen, right, lads, you know it, right. We have come to this point in life. It's now 2025, right? Alien lads are kicking around the place, which we all know about. Do you know what I mean? AI's running wild. Do you know what I mean? Doing what ChatGTP is your new doctor, right? And you're still like living as if you're like some sort of, oh, look at me, or living this false life. Just get on with it. You don't need to be doing all the like stuff like that.
You daft twats.
I mean,
Hey, mate, will you stop me? Fuck off.
Well,
That's what I say.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I don't go to these sort of places.
Yeah.
I don't like people, you see, Ted. So
They
I'm
always
trying to avoid
approach
them.
like the most, the ones who look like they can handle the weights the most.
Do you even lift?
Yeah.
Is that what they say to you?
They go, yeah, what's your lift? I go, I fucking lifted all, me, mate.
Yeah, I'd lift the world if you had a lever long enough and I had a prop strong enough. You just go Archimedes on him.
Oh,
Just the thick cunt wouldn't know what he's talking about. Just go, what can I lift? Well, if I have a lever long enough and a prop strong enough, I could lift the world. And he'd be like, what? And you go, that's physics.
But the good thing about the gym is the spa.
What, the shop class? You get them rolly sausage things that have all this thing.
No, they've got like a beauty spa, a relaxing spa.
Yeah, really good spa.
Proper beauty spa, yeah. No, it's class, Mala, because you go and have a little relax in the whirlpool, and then you'll go in the steam room, and then you go in the
Do you make them noises?
Yeah.
Like the lads do the lifting, you just do it after you've had spa treatments.
There was somebody in the spa today, and he was just going, and I'm thinking, fucking get out if it's too hot for you, you daft cunt.
I hate them ones that do this, right? And I have been to them before, where like they're proper sweating, they go, and they flick the sweat, and it starts going everywhere.
Like turning a nose.
Oh, it's horrible.
Oh, mate, no, you go. Now, the good thing about in this luxury gym is the lassies, they walk around in thonged bikinis.
But it's sweaty box still. Like everyone goes like, oh yeah, do you want to go in the sauna and that? And there's birds in there. But what you are witnessing there is sweaty box. But it's proper sweaty box as well. It's not even a little bit. This is right where they're perspirated because they've been doing loads of working out, and then they've gone and they're steaming themselves even more.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Do you know, girls, go get a shower first, do some shaving, and then come back in and present yourself in a proper manner. You sweaty box, you still.
Oi. Fucking love a sweaty box, me.
That should be the name of your gym, Sweatbox.
Sweatbox, yeah. I mean, I did start Natural Progression in Stockton.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean? But,
I have heard that.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the spas, apart from the plunge pool, you get all the Doyles who like jump in the plunge pool. Today, right, there was a lad walking around, right, muscly as fuck, right, tiny little swimming trunks, like Speedos, like that, mullet, tash. I thought it was Ravishing Rick Rude.
Class.
Honestly, and he jumped in the fucking the plunge pool, and he was in there for like 2 minutes, like.
That's what you have to do. You have to go from the heat to the cold.
I thought that's a brave move. That going in an ice cold plunge pool in tiny conker catches. He came out. He was like that.
Ted, right? You're not going to like this, but I do that. You know, I've got a plunge pool. But
You've got a wheelie bin full of ice.
It's a bucket. It's a big bucket. Me and Gingas go in, but I go for a run on a morning, and then I come back and I go in the steamer, and then when I finished in the steamer, I go in the little plunge pool, and honestly, it's mince. It's class. I love it. And like I get in, and I can last about a minute, maybe 2 minutes tops, and I proper.
Sounds like me in bed. That
I love it.
But yeah. Oh, and there was this other Doyle the other day. Like in the gym, there's one solo boxing bag.
Oh,
right,
I love him.
Hanging there. And everyone else is doing warm-ups and working out and all the bikes and all the machine weights and the benches. And he's there going... You know when they do that?
Well, everyone knows you need to do that.
And he was proper swinging haymakers at it, and I'm thinking, Join a boxing gym.
Did he ever tell you about the time when I went to that gym? It's near Thornaby, so you'll know where it is, and you go down and there's a little roundabout, and then it's there, and the A66 is opposite it. And I won't give it any more than that. And it has 2 levels, right? And I was upstairs and that, and they had like the boxing bags on the gym. And this lad come over, and he took the boxing bag off the hook, put it on the floor, and started doing loads of MMA stuff on it. It was like, I was laughing. I was going to do loads of wrestling, you know, like put it in a figure 4 and jump on the floor.
Mate, I'd just take my ultimate warrior wrestling buddy in, and I'd take him and I'd go, figure 4 leg lock.
He just put it on the floor, and then me and this lad who were on like the bikes at the time were just looking at him and like, but you know when you have that manly thing where you look at, are you fucking seeing this? And you're like, well, I look at him.
How did you get in there? You must have had a guest pass.
Back in the day, Mala used to be a bit wild with stuff like that. I knew everybody. They'd be slipping us in everywhere. Yeah, you
bastard. Yeah, but apart from that, I do enjoy going to the gym. It's good, isn't it? You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes I'll just get a bit too relaxed. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing there, man. I'm just thinking about the gym too much.
Sweat box again.
I know. Oh, sweaty boxes. I think that's the rant over, Mala. I think I'm going to have to conclude. I'm going to have to finish this podcast early.
Well, you finished?
I've just got sweaty boxes in my brain. I need to do something about it, Mala.
Sweaty boxes as in like that lad who was going...
Not that one. I'm on about like... them ones.
Oh, sweat boxes.
Yeah.
Well, here, Ted... Let me tell you a little bit about my 2025.
Yeah.
And then I think then you can just tell us like off you get.
All right then. Tell us about your 2025 then, Mala.
So, right, I've got a theory. 2025 is going to change the world, like for everybody. I think...
Does it get another year older?
No, I think this is the age of Aquarius is upon us, Ted.
The Asian Aquarius?
The age of Aquarius is upon us.
Right,
this is the opening of everybody's third eye. This is where humanity takes its next step onto another level. Do you know what I mean? And because I've been watching the conspiracy theories, right? And I've been thinking about stuff like this. And the aliens are here, and like they're starting to like proper take the piss out of us now. They're not even bothered. Where before they'd hide in a bush, or they'd nick some random person. Now they're just flying around New Jersey, and that they're not asked.
Yeah, true.
They're like, well, look at us. What you going to do?
Yeah.
And don't say, oh, well, it isn't. It must be something else. Because if you fly your plane anywhere near an American city, they come and knock you out the sky, don't they? So why did they let all these massive things fly around? Because they are aliens. So they're here.
Oh, they're being controlled by the American Air Force.
It's aliens, right? And, right, they're here. And this is all going to... And I'm starting to become a bit telepathic. Like, I can sort of think what other people are thinking of me. Right. Because I was stood having a piss, right?
Yeah.
Out the bus window, because I was on the top deck, and to be fair, I needed a piss.
Fine.
And I know for a fact the driver was looking at me going, you dirty bastard. I could read his mind, and he didn't even say it.
Yeah.
I just saw it on his face.
Yeah.
And I could see this woman looking at me going, put away that filthy cock. I could see it, and I know that's what she was thinking.
How filthy was it?
Well, me and Broadback had just had a sesh, so it was probably a bit bad. Do you know what I mean?
Was it like wrinkly from all of the...
Sweatbox? No, but I think this is it. 2025 is the change. AI, you're going to take over, and I'm happy with that as well.
AI, mate.
AI, mate. They're going to take over, and I'm happy with it. I think they are the new lords and masters. We should be bowing to like ChatGPT and that.
I'm going to get one of them latex robot women.
Well, class.
Yeah.
But you don't get sweaty boxes with them.
Oh, no, you have to oil them.
Do you? You put lube in?
Well, you'll have to, won't you? Because they won't produce the natural lubricants, so you need to...
I don't know, they're pretty good, these robots nowadays, you know, they probably will.
Yeah, and you don't want to ejaculate in the faces as well, because you don't know what damage it'll do to the latex or the eyelashes.
That's very true.
So it's just a bit of a
I've
warning.
done this lot, with all the birds nowadays, which are turning into sort of robots, with all of the fillers that they get everywhere and the mad fake eyebrows. If you ever got cum stuck in one of them eyebrows off a bird, they don't like it. It probably shuts it and they can't open their eye.
It's 35% of the face on some of them. You can't miss them.
I'll tell you now, it's like, do you remember Blue Peter when you were a kid and they found like a seagull that had some oil on it and they had to clean it up?
I thought you were going to say had some spunk on it.
Oh, not in Sunderland.
We're here in Seaton Carew rescuing spunked on seagulls.
They did, and they did. But they have to like wipe the oil off, and they'll have to be dead tender with it. I've had to do that to many a chaff bird after I've had a session, and I'm like, come on, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have spunked in your eye, and I'm just like wiping it off.
There's many a girl walking around Thornaby wearing a patch.
Smoking, they're giving up again.
But many years of abuse of the eyes. Yeah, people have lost eyes because of Mal's portentism.
Well, but I think 2025, I think this is a change for everyone. I think Thornaby's on the up. I think the Bonley Trading Estate, or Bonley Paradise Island, as we've started to call it nowadays.
Oh, yeah?
Well, we've started our own caravan community. It's class, right? There's only me and Gigs at the minute.
You do call-out videos?
Well, only if people wanted to have a fight properly, and then we do. Do you know what I mean? Genghis is class at them.
What would you do? Like, give us an example of a call-out video that you would do. Imagine you disrespected me in the car park of the Griffin, right? And I wasn't happy about it, so I said, look, I'm not happy.
Why are they doing that? You're picking on my ethnic background here. Why are you doing that voice? Can't you just be a travelling person that speak like this?
I wasn't doing the traveller.
Well, you were, clearly, Ted.
I wasn't.
What were you doing, Ted?
Chinese.
Oh, kid, what are you doing?
No, I'm not doing it. Give me cancel. He's allowed to do it. She's a quarter Chinese. Right. I'll get in trouble.
I am a quarter. Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you now, right?
Yeah.
Don't be coming round here. Don't you dare be coming round here taking the piss out of me, right? Because I'll be knocking that one tooth that you've got out, because you're making us mad again. And I tell you what, no man has ever bested me. No man's ever bested Genghis. And I tell you what, I'll fuck you, I'll fuck your wife, and I'll fuck your seagull.
And then you can end on doing that thing what Mad Edge used to do when he used to bite the finger and go,
well, aye.
Class. I like that, man. Yeah, it's quite frightening.
Well, I'm a frightening man.
Yeah. Well, I think that concludes the podcast this week, Mally. Yeah, it was very good.
Ted, I've got to get off.
Where are you going?
Apparently there's about 50 people turned up to fight us at the Bonley already. They've obviously seen through the ruse that I'm not really a fighter, so next week I'll probably get my head kicked in. I hope Genghis is on top form because he is quite hard.
He is, yeah.
All right, I'll see you next week, probably, Ted, if I'm still here.
If you're not, I'll replace you, don't worry.
See you next week, everybody.
That's one of the downfalls of doing a live podcast. Malin off to get his ass kicked in. I was going to say knocked in there, but... He doesn't go to my gym. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's the Ted Hanky podcast. It's been a blast. I've had loads of fun in that. Please give it a subscribe, give it a like, give it a share. Invite people, tag them to watch it. All that shit. I need your help. Do it. If you're such a big fan, help us out. Please. A few things to tell you about. Friday, February the 7th, we've got a comedy night here at the Warehouse Kitchen and Bar in Preston Farm Industrial Estate in Stockton, who are the sponsors of this podcast. Tickets are available at jokefit.com. The link's on the screen now. And then on March the 23rd, it's a Sunday, it's the return of Ted's Sanctuary of Laughs at Sanctuary Bar, which is next to Chapel on White House Street in Middlesbrough. It's just next to what used to be the Phoenix Squash Club, if you remember that. It's cheap for tickets. It's a good laugh. We have a crack. There's only about 30 tickets available, so snap them up. Link again on the screen. So thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great week. We'll see you again next week. And as per usual, up the boro and believe you daft twats.